Mike, would you please step up to the podium? Mary, would you please join me? I'm going off script. Oh, welcome everyone, your new board of directors. So I'm not going on script because to me it makes much more sense for Mary to hand off the gavel. Even though I really like Mike and I'm looking forward to the leadership, I'm going to let Mary hand this off to Mike.
Thank you. Mike Pennington, by the power vested in me.
Are we getting married?
By GSAE.
Lee says no.
Congratulations, you are now chair of GSAE.
Thanks, Joel. Mary. Well, I've got 5 minutes. I've got 5 minutes and I'm taking all of them. It's 14 years ago. 14 years ago I joined GSAE and I've been wanting to stand here and do this for 14 years now. So look at me, I made it. I look back over the list of names who have been here before who have been chairs. I'm pretty humbled to be in the same list of names like Clifford Clark and Abbott Massey and Joel Peacock, and Cynthia Mills, Sharon Hunt, Lori Spear, Joel Peacock, Mayor Wheatley, and of course, Joel Peacock. But for now. But I would be remiss, in a little bit of seriousness, I would be remiss, and Mary's already mentioned it, if I didn't mention Ashley Gooden. Ashley's been a leader of ours for years. He has served us with great passion and fantastic leadership for several years, and he really wants to be standing here right now. This year will always partially be Ashley's year, and I know we all wish that he would be able to be here and serve. So this next year is always going to be partially Ashley standing up here and leading this association. So I want to thank him for his leadership and all of his time with GSAE. So next year is 2022. I remember when this whole COVID-y thing started in March 13th, Friday the 13th of March in 2020. And I was thinking, man, this is going to be a rough couple weeks getting through this thing. Then it got to about a year ago, and I know everybody was thinking, let's just be done with 2020 because 21 is going to be better. 2027 is going to be way better. I promise you that. I'm looking forward to it. No. Joel Peacock will be your chair in 2027. We all know we can look forward to his leadership. No, 2022, what are we going to do? We're going to meet. We're going to meet in person. We're going to hug each other if you have a green dot on your name badge, but we're going to get back together. You know what GSAE has always been about is about getting people together, engaging our members, sharing, networking, engaging opportunities, and we're still going to be about that. This group's been around for 104 years, and we're going to be around for another 104 years. This is going to be a great year. 2022 is going to be a great year. But what's interesting about GSAE is, I think one of the great strengths that this association has is we've always had that ability to do the P word. We've always been able to pivot. I know that's a word we're all sick of after the last couple of years, especially if you watch Ross and Monica and Rachel try to carry that couch up the stairs and yell pivot. But we've been able to pivot. We've been able to shift. We've been able to make changes on the fly. Sometimes they're big changes. Maybe we make a huge programmatic change like adding Leadership Academy. Sometimes there's small changes like saying we've got color-coded centerpieces and timed exits from breakout sessions at the annual meeting. But we make changes. And we make, again, big and small changes. But GSAE is a guinea pig. And we will continue to try things. But we're always trying things in the vein of trying to make this a great experience for you as members, to bring us all together, but also to try things out so you can see if it works and you don't like it. People were taking pictures of the wine toss before going, holy crap, I can do that. I mean, we try things and you get to try them too. So we're going to keep doing that. Recently, your board of directors went to Unicorn State Park. Sorry, I know it's Unicoi. I apologize, but Unicorn State Park. And we came away with some plans, some big plans. So the biggest thing, and you're probably going to clap again, I'm not asking for it, or you can yell out an amen, but we're going to meet And you need to spread the word. Meetings are still going to happen. We're going to continue to meet, and I hope all your groups are doing the same. We've also invested in some scenarios planning. And scenarios planning is looking down the road and not saying, well, let's just hope things work well. Scenarios planning is looking and going, okay, what if the Omicron variant becomes the, I'm not so good at the Greek alphabet, but somewhere else down the Greek alphabet variant, and we have to close the doors again? What do? Your board is meeting and having those conversations all the time. And we're looking at our budget monthly, quarterly. We're not doing that annual planning or 3-year planning anymore. We're planning sometimes by the seat of our pants, but always with a whole bunch of smart people in the room like Joel Peacock, who will help lead us toward having a great year. So we're going to continue to do that. Successful associations, the thriving associations, are the ones that are, okay, I'll give you another expression I'm sick of. Pivot is one of them. Pandemic and all those words, I'm sick of them. The one that bothered me the most was next normal or new normal. I'm tired of that. We can't get back to normal. We can't look for the next normal. That's not a thing, because we don't know where that's going to be, and it's going to change again. We always need to be prepared to be nimble to shift to whatever the landscape changes to, and that's what we'll continue to do as a board. So as I close, and I don't have a clue where I am on time, but I'm going to say it's 4 minutes, so I got a minute left. I just made that up. Some thank yous. I will start and finish and middle always with my rock star wife, Lee, who's right here. Yeah. I'm nothing without her, and she is the best person I've ever known. So, for you people, so many people in this room I've learned from, especially Joel Peacock. For the millions who are watching at home online, I've learned from many of you too, from people who have passed on before us, like Sharon and Peggy and Claire, the mentors that I've had in the industry. I've learned, and my goal is to continue to learn from you folks as long as I'm part of this industry, which I hope is forever. And I'm going to leave you with words of wisdom. About 20 years ago, a mentor of mine gave me 2 pieces of advice. It's the most substantive thing I've ever heard from another human being. It's the most important advice I've ever received, and I want to share it with you. So he shared with me these 2 things. The first one is don't ever tell anyone everything you know. Thank you, and I look forward to working with you next year. And with that, now, Mary J. Wheatley, would you please join me on stage? So we've been reaching the conclusion of Mary J. Wheatley's term as chair, because Joel finally decided to step down. So I reached out to some of you and asked for you to just tell me what you thought about Mary. And I'll share the ones that were nice. No, I won't read them all out here, but some words that I got, some words of wisdom I got from people about Mary. Words like passion, fun, encourager, confidence, superhero, amazing, personal, thoughtful, inspiring, spirited. And you know, I actually looked at this. If you put the first letter from all those words together, do you know what it spells out? Absolutely nothing. But those words do a great job about describing who Mary is. So one line that I got from someone that I will share, and this is borrowing somewhat from Michael Scott, that when the only time Mary sets the bar low is in limbo. So thank you to Mary Wheatley for all of your time and service. Okay, so I didn't know that. So I can put it back up if you want to. If you want to say anything.
Thank you.
I didn't know. That's
That's
not in my
okay.
script.
Thank you so much. Well, thank you. It has been an honor to serve at GSAE, and I am so grateful for the opportunity and for the opportunity to work with all of you every day, and look forward to serving as your immediate past chair now that Joel is finally going to let me do that. I was surprised not to see the word loud here, but I think spirited is another word for that, so thank you to whoever came up with that nice way of saying that. So thank you. Okay.